All right. What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Dang, whatever. Uh, the Black Man Ain't Ish Culture Part 3, the culture shock. I wanted to finish this up because something else hit me. Um, a lot of times people complain about black men being on the low man on the totem pole. But what they don't talk about is this aspect of it. When they meet black men who really on point, and the amount of bullshit that they do when they meet somebody on point. You see a lot of people complain and say, "Oh, these guys, this, they're that, they're this, they're that, they're this, they're that," and then when they meet somebody that's really got that shit together, they're disheveled, unorganized, and it mirrors. It doesn't mirror, but you actually do a face-to-face comparison and find out that you ain't shit compared to this black guy who you were supposed to be ahead of, but just by brainwashing. And I'm gonna tell you why I say this. You know, um, there's a reason why people in our society are at the top and people are at the bottom. And to work your way from the bottom to the top, you're gonna go through extreme levels of bullshit because on every little stair you have to take, it's not stair, ladder, whatever. It's always going to be somebody spraying WD-40 on the next, excuse me, ladder rung up, or putting oil here, or putting super glue here. See, it's always going to be something. It's always going to be something. Every time you go higher, higher, it's always going to be something. And that's for a reason, because they want you to fall down, and a lot of people fall down, but they never speak about the people who did. So this is who I'm about to speak on. When it comes to ladies, right? There's a part where ladies never talk about the guys they met that when they say, I need a guy on my level, who are on their level or above their level. They never talk about those guys. Because if they talked about those guys, they would also have to talk about the shit that they did that exposed themselves to be uh, unworthy of those guys. Because we're in this competitive state that has people looking for a reason to disqualify you. You meet a woman, oh, well, I got an education, I got a degree. That's cool. Since you don't have a degree, I know. Who said I didn't have a degree? Automatically assume that. He's black, he doesn't have a degree. Okay, cool. I got a degree, so what? Well, okay, well, you don't have a degree in this subject. No, I don't have it in that, I have it in this. Okay. Well, I mean, you just won in 10 million. I mean, that's just. Well, I work here and I make this amount of money. Yeah, well, that's cool. That's cool. So what you doing here? Well, where did you work and how much you make? Why we gotta bring this up? Well, I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I work here and I do this. Because you don't tell them, that's pretty rude. That's a freaking rude ass question to ask, but it's a whole other story. But you can tell them what you do and then they start pricing it together. You make, oh my God. Okay, what's your point? Well, what kind of car do you drive? Why? Well, I mean, if you got an education, and what kind of car do you drive? I drive a blah blah blah. Okay, okay. I got I got this one. See, you don't have a better car than me. Okay. Well, when I go home, I blah 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 blah. Yeah, that's nice because you don't know what it's like to be in this kind of blah blah blah. Look, okay, you're starting to aggravate me. How about I tell you something else? What? This is the car I drove here in. I own more than one car. What kind? What is the other car? Let's just say it's better than that one that you got. Well, 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 well. You don't. See, at some point you're gonna still not be shit because they're gonna keep picking and prodding to figure out something to disqualify you, and when they can't, it's just gonna start from. It's just gonna start disrespect. The disrespect that already started is just gonna heighten and heighten and heighten and heighten, and eventually the dude's just gonna walk away. And I've met plenty of women who try to disqualify you on that bullshit. Why are you not gonna sit here and argue with me, baby? Um, I don't see the need in arguing with a person that I just met that I tried to talk to over some stupid shit. I could just walk away from you and never see your ass again. It's a whole lot easier that way. And this is where it goes because I mean, from experiences, and I've seen this in my own life and in my other friends' lives. A woman meets a guy who got his shit together. Let's go do something on Friday night around 8. Okay, okay. Come Thursday, talk to you tomorrow. Okay, okay. Come Friday afternoon, she gonna be super late, or she gonna flake out, or she gonna come and realize and have a and fuck up your good time. You still keep you cool, and when the day's over, you're like, I ain't never calling her again. And then she'll come back, oh man, I had so much fun. I didn't. Why not? Because you was a complete asshole the whole night. Looking for the ain't shitness to come out. Oh, I'm sorry, the next time we go out there will be no next time. What do you mean? Because see, when you're at a certain space, the same ideological mantras apply on both ends. You never get a second chance to make a first impression. You don't say, well, because I'm a woman and I was mad at guys in my past, so I had a fucked up date with you. You ain't trying to hear that shit. I met a lot of fucked up women in my past. That doesn't mean when I go out to a date and like, hey, bitch, I know you gonna pay for your half of the meal, hoe. You know what I'm saying? We don't do shit like that. Now, there's another part about this bad boy good guy argument that goes along with this. Is that you want to have kids with the bad guy, but then you want the good guy to be stepdaddy. See what I'm saying? And a lot of times, women get kids with the bad guy. They want the good guy to clean it up, and then have the audacity to be like, "Well, I don't want any more kids." What? So you would procreate with a nobody, want me to foot the bill for it, because they ain't shit. They quote unquote ain't paying child support or they can't pay enough. So you get with a guy who you know that can take care of a family, but you don't want to give this guy a family. You want him to take care of your family and your ex's family. Ain't it? And then guys walk away from that. And then, see, even the good guys ain't shit. No, you really are not telling the whole truth right now. The other aspect is this. When I said earlier people are disorganized and disheveled, okay, you can come, okay, come over to my house, kick it. Okay. You start to find out, I'm a junkie. I'm not junky. You can't just put everything everywhere. Don't do that. Well, you know, and women start getting into that the sad thing of, you don't need a woman because you seem like you got it all together. And it's like, well, you got to remember, I'm a black man in America, right? Y'all said I wasn't shit, so I had to do everything for myself. When I'm hungry, I got to cook for myself because remember, I ain't cooking for no man, and I got to clean up. I got to clean up for myself, because I ain't cleaning up after no man. That's like raising a child. You know what I'm saying? When I need things fixed, I gotta fix them because I ain't shelling out to help no man get nothing, blah blah blah. But then you go to church and then you talk about, oh, he who finds a wife finds a good thing, and a wife is supposed to be a helpmate, but you don't help do shit. Just as a you don't even practice at being a helpmate in your interactions with the guys who got their shit together. See, people don't talk about that aspect of a guy who got his shit together get with a woman and he got to clean up all of her messes, and he gets tired of that and walks away. That's the part that people don't talk about because it's a culture shock. Because all of a sudden it's like, wait. When we talking about the guys who ain't shit, okay, but when we talking about the guys who really got it together and the shit that people pull with them, everybody goes hush. You know, um, you try to go out on a date, talk to a young lady. She's iffy. She's always shaky. In the conversation, you say, "Well, I'm about to go to the Bahamas." You going out of the country? You going on vacation? Ooh, we gonna have fun. Whoa. What didn't you invite yourself? Well, I mean, since you going, I figure we could go to. First of all, I can't get you to the bowling alley without some bullshit. But you think I'm gonna take you out the country? Have you lost your mind? See, people don't talk about that type of stuff. They don't. They just, oh, that never happens. That happens all the time. All the time. And then people wonder why, you know, uh, if black men like these type of women, that type of women. No, they don't. No, we don't. What it is we understand that um, the people were taught the law of reciprocity, and when you're dealing with people who are taught the law of reciprocity, they actually do it on a regular basis. It becomes a habit. But when you were taught that black men ain't shit, you don't feel like you have to reciprocate because he ain't shit because they told you he wasn't shit. And then after a while, these guys walk away because at the end of the day, it's like, really, you really think you don't have to do anything to keep me? You really think you get to do whatever you want to do and leave me hanging at in every situation and scenario, and I'm supposed to stay for that? Be loyal to you. When I can see in your life and your past, you're loyal to everybody else. You know how to reciprocate for everybody else. And that's what happens. Like when these guys who got their shit together have standards. They have standards. And they have rules and regulations, and shit gotta go a certain way. And because that shit gotta go a certain way, all of a sudden there's a dynamic shift. Like, no, you dealing with a man for real. You dealing with a man who is the shit for real. And I don't care what you were told about black men not being shit. Now that you in front of a guy who got it all figured out and who went through who's battle tested and succeeded, what you gonna do now? And a lot of these ladies in that scenario fold. They fold and go find somebody who ain't shit to justify that people ain't shit. And women don't hardly ever talk about the guys that they done fucked over for no reason because they actually had their shit together. That's the culture shock. And the crazier part about it is people act like it's just it's only this many guys. Nah, it's a big ass population of those guys. Big ass population. And then and I said this before, ask these, one of these days they're gonna slip up and say, oh, I should have talked to such and such. I should have talked to this guy. I should have talked to that. And they're gonna be in their 30s and 40s and 50s. Then you be like, so what the fuck was you complaining for the last 10, 15 years about? When you met 5, 10, 20 of those guys, you just didn't. If I knew then what I know now, you know that shit now, and you still act shitty towards dudes that got that shit together. I'm just, I'm trying to work on myself. People, the same way y'all ain't got time to be raising no man, guys who got their shit together ain't got time to be raising no woman. So what happens is, at the end of the day, all the shit that y'all say about the guys not being shit, you meet a guy who's actually got his shit together, it shows how much you aren't shit, because you can't justify why you're disorganized, why you're disheveled, why you're overweight, why you're combative for no reason, why you mismanage money, why you can't cook or clean, why you have no self-control. See, when it's in front of your face, when that guy who has all of those characteristics in front of your face, it's a shock to the system. And these ladies just be like, I need to go find a bum. And I've seen them in public, and they do the same shit over and over and over again. And I gotta go do some other things, so I'm out, man. Peace.